This is from the Petty Corner. I'm Petty Diana, and today I have Anthony. Sorry, I fucked up your name. I have Anthony the King Defrank here with me. He has a match coming up at Power Slap 12 against Season 3, Riley Montoya. Welcome back to the Petty Corner, Anthony.
Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Of course, you know you're always welcome here. I'm really excited for you because last time you had a match for Power Slap 10 that unfortunately fell out. And now your opponent that you were supposed to go against is fighting for the title. So I did kind of want to get your thoughts on, how you're feeling going into this match against Riley.
Honestly, I feel great. The only thing that kind of threw me off about this whole thing was my weight cut. That was the biggest thing because when I before the day before, I want to say 2 days before I even got the call, I'm 166. Honestly, probably the biggest I've ever been. I'm trying to get to 170. And then I get the call. I'm like, now I got to drop all this weight back down. But right now I'm at 156, so I'm actually on perfect weight. But yeah, I'm beyond excited for this. I think honestly it's the best matchup only because personality wise, if you think about all the other lightweights, nobody's gonna really bring my style of personality to the stage like Riley would. Think about all the other fighters; they're good fighters, but personality-wise, they don't have that side that I have, and that's why I really do think this is a extraordinary match for me because of the personality that Riley has. The whole backstory that he has. He has an amazing story, so I feel like it's just amazing just to clash with him.
I love it. Okay, and then you said you were going to 170. Well, no, not going to 170. You were trying to get your weight to 170. Do you have plans on moving up a weight class?
That's a good question. Honestly, if I did do that, I would want to be at least the champ in the 155 first before I did that. Because I feel like right now I'm in the perfect spot. I'm number 4 in the world. And I honestly only have, realistically, when I beat Riley, it's only going to be probably me, McGregor, or me and Rob, whoever wins that belt. Because most likely that's the reason they really put this on this card was because they want to get the lightweights moving, and if the belt is getting claimed on 12, they want to have a number one contender right there for it. So who's the perfect guy? The King.
I love it. And yeah, that makes perfect sense. And how do you feel about Dakota jumping straight into the title? Because I know there's been ever since after the show, like Abu Dhabi, those lightweight matches fell out. Then your match fell out. But it seems like the company just wanted to move forward with the belt. But you and Dakota would have been a great matchup too. So how do you feel about not going up against him and then him getting the shot right away?
Honestly, I look at it like everything does happen for a reason. I'm never the kind of person to stress over what's happening. I never question God's plan. I always just follow it. So with that, honestly, I couldn't be more happy. If anybody was to get that opportunity, it's definitely Dakota. And I know that just by the way everything's set up now, me and him are going to eventually face each other regardless. And if you really think about it, my energy and McGregor's energy, that has to be a title fight. There's no other implications where that could be a 3-round fight. That has to be a title fight. With both of our names as household names, the stature that it is in our division, it has to be. I feel like that's the only thing that makes sense.
And the good thing about this though is that you'll get more experience before, getting that title shot right away because experience does play a big factor. Rob is very experienced. So there's
And that
some
was the
challenges.
biggest thing too, because I feel like, yeah, I do think I should get the title shot in this, and whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I still haven't been on a live cut. I still haven't been around that audience. I've been there watching, but it's not the same as performing in it. But I honestly can't wait because I think this is a perfect opportunity. One, to me, just to feed off the crowd, get used to the environment, everything like that. And when I do win, be able to have that moment where it's okay. I can call out McGregor, I can call out Rob, and then kind of captivate my career off that.
Yeah, I love it. Do you feel like you had less nerves going into this time because your match did get canceled like literally one day before the show, but you were there in Vegas. You still got to see behind the scenes like what goes on, so that kind of takes that anxiety away. Do you think that's accurate?
My thing is, I'm never the kind of person. See, I'm always gonna be, I'm very cautious, so I know what could happen, kind of thing. But the way that I kind of go about it is, how do I say this? Not really nervous. Like I don't think about it until I get there, kind of thing. Because the more you think about it, the more in your head you're gonna be, the more thoughts you're gonna have, and then it's either gonna mess you up or it's gonna help you in a sense. But for me, if I don't think about it, and when I go onto stage, it all just connects. Because once I'm locked in, like you can hear, like even with the show, this is a perfect example. That's why I really liked it because it shows me the kind of person I am and the environment. everything behind me, around me. I didn't know half the people were there that were watching the fight. From my first fight, my second fight, just because how I get, I lock in so much. Everything is just background noise to me. So then when I get on stage, it just all comes together, kind of thing.
Well, I'm excited. Your first live show, first one off the TV show and all that. But yeah, you don't seem like the type to get nervous. I feel like I've talked to you about that before, but just like the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, like the media kind of things and the just like I guess the way things are run. I guess that's what I was really asking
You
about
know
since
what I
you were.
like to compare it to? Eminem, his lyric. It's like, he's nervous, but on the surface, he looks calm and ready. It's the best way to explain it. You know what I mean? Because I can have all these thoughts. I can think this, I'm nervous, this and that. But if I don't think about it, I'm not going to be nervous. And then when I get up there, there's no chance, there's no time to be nervous. You just have to perform at that point. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel
Yeah.
like really helps me in a sense.
Speaking of Eminem, what song are you gonna walk out to?
So I'll tell you, I don't want to ruin it because the amount of electricity that's going to be in there. When I
Right,
this
you
is
don't
what
have
I
to
really
say it
wanted
then.
to say. I will tell you what I was gonna use. I was gonna use Empire State of Mind, so that when it came out, tell by my attitude that I'm most definitely perfect. But it's not hype enough for me, so I had to change it. But just know once you hear this song, you're gonna know it's me, 100%.
Something related to New York, I'm guessing.
See, that's the thing I wanted to, but the hypeness, it's more. I can't really say because then people will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
But
We could
it's
just we
it's
could it's 2 weeks away. We could just wait till till show day for that.
yes. The one thing I will say though, and I don't want to be cocky when saying this, but pay attention to how the crowd is before I come out, and then when I come out, the amount of how I'm about to electrify that crowd is going to be insane, and you're probably never going to see anything like that before.
I'm excited. Let's go.
hmm I can't wait because I just feed right off that crowd, and it's going to be perfect. That's my environment, honestly.
Do you have any friends or family flying out with you this time?
So I have some of my high school friends actually coming to support me for the match, so that's going to be cool.
That's so dope. What are you most looking forward to while in Vegas besides competing?
See, this is what kind of messes me up because it's like when I go out there, I want to strictly be, straight focused, working. But I do want to get like a bunch of content because that's the one thing I didn't do last time. And if I would have got the content for the video, it would have been such an amazing video. But I was just enjoying it way too much last time. And once the match got canceled, I kind of wasn't even thinking about that. So the main thing, honestly, is just a bunch of content, whether that's interviews, whether that's just me walking around vlogging kind of thing. But yeah, the whole thing, I'm going to do it nice behind the scenes so everybody can see kind of what it's like to be a power slapper, a day in the life of a power slapper kind of thing.
I'm excited. I cannot wait to see what you come up with.
Oh
But
yeah, it's gonna be
what
big.
what are your final thoughts going into this fight against Riley?
Final thoughts. Absolutely all love for him. I know he has a hell of a chin. He does have a good strike, but in my opinion, I feel like I did take a loss to Josh, but I feel like his strength, his size for the 155, I feel like I kind of did face the best in the sense. The only other person would probably be Rob. So I feel like, honestly, everybody, not a cakewalk, but it's going to be a pretty nice road for me going forward.
Love it. Well, Anthony, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time. I'm excited for everything that's to come for you. Good luck on your match. And hopefully, we'll be seeing you in Vegas. For those of you guys at home, be sure you tune in live and free on Rumble if you don't make it to the show, but you need to because they're freaking awesome in person. And
Yep.
stay
And the
petty,
King's going to be
bitches.
there, so you have to.
Yes. The king is back.
The long awaited return.